Hey guys, I'm back again. And this next story, it is about a mother. A woman who did not want her child. And I can't say child because it was children. She had more than one. So there are people, women, and families that are dying to have kids. Then you have these disgusting people who can have kids and they torment these kids and they abuse these kids. How is that even possible? We're talking about Brittany Gosney. She has got to be the worst piece of crap ever. Ever. Her son, James Hutchinson, was 6 years old. Let that sink in. 6 years old. Brittany Gosney, she was 29 years old. She is 29 years old. She has 3 kids. She did go on trial for the murder of her son, James Robert Hutchinson. Now, her boyfriend, James Hamilton, who was 43 years old, he's 43, he was said, he was have said to her that he didn't want kids. So why would you date a woman that has 3 kids? That's beyond me. Who would date someone with kids when you despise kids? This lady, instead of giving up her kids, I don't know, that's the thing to do. Give them up for adoption because you don't want them. Give them to a family that can take care of them. Is that so difficult? Is that so difficult? This Ohio mom decided to beat her kids, hog tie her kids. Can you imagine these little people tied up? How the rope even stayed on their little wrists, I have no idea. Who tied these kids? They're kids. This has got to be one of the most despicable women I've ever seen. She tried to abandon the kids. This was this bright idea that she had with this horrible guy that she was with, this trash that she was with. She wanted to hog tie her kids and put them out in the park and leave them at the park. Because that makes so much sense, right? It makes a lot of sense. Let's hog tie them. Let's leave them there because no one's going to see them. No one's going to find them. So let's just leave them here. But the little boy, little kids, they're feisty. You can't really hold little boys down because they're all over the place. That testosterone, they're jumping, they're fighting, they're kicking, they're playing, but they're kids. That sweet little boy, the abuse he had to endure from those 2 freaking cowards. From those 2 horrible people to hurt little people. You can't do that. You can't do that. They say her home was filthy. It was disgusting, like how she looks. The kids were barely fed. She claims she tried to get help, but if you're going to get help, do it all the way. Don't do it 30%. Don't do it 40%. Do it 100%. Give those kids up. But you know what? I'm pretty certain she was getting some type of assistance. I'm sure she was getting food stamps. She was getting help. So why give up a free ride? Housing, free board. She was probably on low income. And it just makes sense to keep them. Why not? Let's just keep them. Even though they're driving her crazy and she was just done with them and she didn't want to be around them. So they haven't even found the little boy. So what did they do with him? Something horrendous, I know. That's why they're not telling the truth. It was a horrendous death for this poor little child. They say when they tried to leave him at the park, he got out of the ropes. Of course, they have little hands. They can't. The rope isn't going to stay on their hands. That lets you know how stupid the parents were. The boyfriend that wanted nothing to do with these kids. And this is the reason why she did this. And this is why she was sentenced to 21 years for killing her son, James Hutchinson. 21 years is not enough. They need to put her in a field and have everyone just freaking annihilate this lady. She is the worst of the worst. Her son is still missing. She claims she put a boulder around his waist, dropped him into the water because she ran over him when he tried to run after his mom. And the abuse, you would think he would run the other way, but kids want to be loved. You can hurt them, you can hurt them, and you can treat them bad, and you can do anything to them, and they're still going to come back and come back. And they want to be loved. In the police interrogation, they asked the man, the boyfriend, they said, what was the worst thing that you did? You know what his response was? Oh, I just punched them. A grown 43-year-old trash bucket. You just punch little people. They tied these children up. They would put them in the closet. In the closet, this small space in this disgusting, nasty house of hers that she didn't even clean. She didn't do anything all day. You would think she would have the decency to at least clean up after yourself. They would have these kids tied up in the closet. These kids were 6, 7, and 9. The 6-year-old they still can't find. The boyfriend would punch the kids. He's in jail now. He's not doing enough time, but guess what? When you tell the other prisoners what you're in jail for, guess what? They don't allow that. Even though they're in there for whatever crime, they're not there for. A lot of them are there for robbery, for fraud, or whatever, or maybe like whatever they may have done. But touching a kid, that's a no-no. That's a no-no. So what do you think this piece of crap is going to get when he's in jail? Just imagine. And I hope it's worse than what it is, because you're punching little people. He is despicable. You're dating a 29-year-old with 3 kids, and you don't like kids. That was your cue to leave. That was time to go. But he chose not to. So what do you guys think? Do you think that the punishment was justified, 21 years for killing her son? What do you think should have happened to her? Okay, guys, don't forget to like the video, subscribe to the video. I will be putting up more content on the crime videos. And yeah, more of these disgusting people, and we're going to talk about it and talk about what these people are doing. Okay, guys, until next time. Talk to you later.